What's up, guys? Today we're diving deep into r/day trading. Not the fluff, but the hard hitting, gut punch advice that shaped my trading mindset. I'm talking about the posts that forced me to rethink everything, the ones that made me question every reckless trade I ever took. If you think trading is all about finding a magic indicator, think again. Trading is a war of psychology, and Reddit's full of real talk that'll either humble you or light your fire. Strap in, this isn't for the faint of heart. Trading is 80% psychology and 20% strategy, at least in my experience. This first post hit me like a sucker punch. It's not about fancy charts or the shiny setups. It's about the mind. I used to think that if I had the right indicator, I'd be set. But I quickly learned that without controlling my emotions, no strategy saves you from blowing an account. I remember sitting there staring at this post and realizing I was playing the market like it was a casino, relying on a gut feeling rather than discipline. And that's exactly what gets you wrecked. Back when I started, I'd get hyped by every bullish candle. I'd jump in, riding that emotional high until reality knocked me down. That post made me take a hard look in the mirror. Journal your trades. Reread it before each session so you know what signals to wait for and to avoid distractions. Journaling. It's not just a log of wins and losses, it's the brutal truth about your mistakes and your mindset. I started writing every fucking trade down, every impulsive move, every hesitation. At first, it was torturous reading through my own shit, but over time, it showed me patterns that no indicator ever would. One day, I reread my entries and realized I've been repeating the same emotional mistakes over and over. That journal became my best teacher, even if it hurt my ego. Trade so small until you get used to the wins and losses without feeling anything. This one's a game changer. It sounds almost counterintuitive. How can you grow if you're trading so small? But trust me, it works. I remember when I first dared to trade with micro positions. The adrenaline was still there, but I wasn't riding the emotional roller coaster anymore. Losses didn't sting as bad, and wins didn't inflate my ego. It was just data. If you're consistently blown away by every red candle, you're trading as a gambler. Desensitize yourself. It's a bitter pill, but if you can swallow that, you'll get more consistent. You can even start with no money. You can paper trade. You don't need to risk your money at the start. You can learn what works and what doesn't work before you even start putting money in at all. Rules. They sound so lame, but here's the brutal reality. No strategy can save you if you don't have the discipline to follow your own rules. Every trader I know has a system, a checklist, but too many just ignore it after a few wins. I'm not here to teach you fancy strategies. I'm here to make sure you stop being your own worst enemy. Write down your rules, stick to them, or prepare to be a loser. Look, trading isn't just about numbers and charts, it's a relentless mental battle. The struggle isn't just about hitting stop losses, it's about fighting the urge to immediately jump in, chasing every brief spike. I've seen traders go on and on about how every loss feels like a personal attack. But if you let it, you'll never learn. Each loss is a scar that proves that you took a swing, and scars, they're proof you're alive and learning. Alright, so show this video some love by dropping a comment, post your biggest L that taught you something real. Trading isn't about instant success, it's about getting hit and getting up, and doing it all over again. If you're willing to fail with me and learn along the way, then you're already a real one. Smash that subscribe button, like this video. Until next time, remember, failure is your ticket to greatness. Let's keep grinding, keep learning, and keep failing so we can eventually win.